and gentlemen, now it is time. It's a segment that everyone looks forward to, one of the highest rated segments of all time that I've ever done. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Phil's day off.
What's up, Piggy? Let's get it started.
Big up Spear Cat.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on posing damn shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife cat. Give me money today. Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month. Garbage dump, grocery shopping, pay my taxes, pet store, paying my bills, blowing his money on mobile games, blowing his money on this and that. I'm spending all this money by DoorDash for my business. I need to put disgusting food in the mouths of my family members. Obviously, I need tips. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. Okay? These are my life priorities. Pay my taxes.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on posing damn shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife cat. Give me money today.
Obviously, I need tips.
Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month.
Shout out to the trolls.
For those who contributed, thank you. It would be great if we get a few more tips. To make up earlier today, we did not hit the hat goal either. It's been a very slow day. It would be great if we could pick it up a little bit with maybe some contributions tonight with tips. If you can, just saying. You know, I know some people are super chatting or whatever. That helps long term, but right now I really can help. Tomorrow's my day off. The tips I'll have for my day off, you see?
Give me money today.
Why do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer. Big up Spear Cat.
I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in the put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera.
I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in the put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in the put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
When we hit the 250 vestry for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight.
It's disappointing to me, and it's sad, but at the same time, you know, just once again, all the detractors, they said this was going to happen, and they were right.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself right now?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him.
No, fuck all that noise. Get you a bottle of gin from Total Wine. Fire up your TV. Drink your gin. Drink your gin. Consequences have actions, Pep. Here's what you gotta do. Drink your gin. Drink with Pepsi later on. Play you fucking WB champions. Consequences have actions, Pep.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself right now?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him. Stop being a fucking victim. You fucking bitch. You fucking asshole. Own your shit. Own your shit. Own it. Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Bitch. Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Bitch. Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself, bitch?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him. You're still on mission 1. No, I'm not gonna let you lie. I know you're lying. I'm gonna pick on you. I know you're lying. Being dishonest and begging for money and people wanting justice. He is not a real person. He is not genuine. He is not honest. He's a scammer. I just see a scammer.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. I just see a scammer. Begging. Like, we totally fucked him. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I understand everything now. I know why there's this hate wave on him, and it's been on him for years. It's because of this bullshit.
American Mall.
And you know what this reminds me of? When I worked at the helicopter company, helicopter support. It 1,000,000% reminds me of that. American Mall. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. I worked for a major company, a helicopter company. It's called Aftermarket Support for Helicopters. Okay.
That being said.
Hello. This is Phil Burnell. All right. And just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. A.L. Team Insider, the legend, fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist, Ski to the Dead, psychological style host, Meerkat, artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, which vest is podcast best?
If there was ever meaningful content, it's being produced right here on That Being Said.
Anyways, that being said, in the house, Thursday show, you know what it is. I don't got to say shit. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Business style announcements. Meerkat, we got a huge business style announcement to get out of the way here. So just drop it on them. Hit him with it. Hit him with that Argentinian
señores.
punch. Yes, thank you.
It's time, business. We're going to be doing the King of the Ring again this year. And the deadline for submissions, we actually didn't figure that out. We figured out when we're going to be doing it, but not the deadline for the submission.
We didn't figure out all the behind the scenes nonsense. But yeah, we should. I guess let's say a week before will give me time to get them together, I guess. So
yeah,
maybe.
It's 29th of February, 2024. That's how we're going to set it. The last day.
No. Remember? We did the one after that.
Do it?
March 7th, right?
Yeah,
that's when we're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My bad. I'm an idiot. My bad.
Yeah, so 29th February. Send in your your masterpieces.
Yes.
And I know some people have been cooking already because
Yes.
they want to be done and send it in. So that's going to be very exciting.
Yeah. I need a lyricist because I'm all out of direct capture. Was just that was it. That was the one and only lyrics.
You set the bar too high, dude. That's the tough point. Because now it's like you got to match that. That's a tough fucking ask, dude. Damn, that's a tough job. You can do it.
I would recommend Dark Side Drill. The dude is really funny and really good at writing like comedy songs, man. He got a joke in every single line. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. There are definitely people, you know who they are, that can make it happen. Also, Lemtex will be joining us. The 2022 Ka-Ching of the Ring will be joining us as our fourth judge. So he will be in the house for that. So Ka-Ching of the Ring, hopefully he gets a song in as well, and he will be joining us to judge the competition. So,
we should probably say what it is because there's probably some newcomers in the chat.
That's true. That's true. All right, Meerkat,
let's
hit
just
him
gatekeep them. They should know. Go watch the previous one we did.
No, it's
noobs.
Yeah.
It's a parody song competition basically. It's like the Eurovision of detractors, but you know, that's it. Pretty much.
90-second limit. 90-second limit on your song for the first round. Anything is fine. It can be as in the vortex as you want, as on the edges of the vortex as you want. Can be original song, obviously parody song. You got it. That's it. There's not that many rules. Obviously, I would prefer, it would be better if you make a lyric video, which can literally just have the lyrics. But if you can't, I can do one too. So, but you got to contact me on Discord if you want me to do that. And you have to write me the lyrics because I'm not reading anybody. I'm not listening and writing the lyrics for you because that took me, I don't know how long when I did that last year. So please, if you send a song, it would be very helpful if you sent the lyrics as well. Let me say that. If you make a video yourself, that's also awesome. But we're not rating on the videos, by the way. We don't care how the video looks. That's just a cool thing you can do. We are just rating the songs. Only thing we care about is the songs. All right, so there you go. But yeah, I would like to have a lyric video for every song this year. So if you would like, if you don't want to have, not interested in making a video, that's totally cool. Just send me the lyrics and, you know, I'll put it together for you in some way. Or get Despo shit to do it for us. Okay?
Of course.
So there we go. All right.
And we're also going to make an actual community post explaining everything. So don't worry about it if you don't get it. We're going to make it clear. There's plenty of time until then. We just kind of came up with the dates like right before we started the stream. So
yes, very professional. All right. Let me get to a few contributions before we start going on these awesome legends. So we got Jay Louise in the house. Says, hola, amigos. That being said, es el mejor. Bien chido. Relajante y interactivo. Why no Spanish-style guest? That's a great question. We're looking for Argentinian-style detractors to be a guest ASAP. So, you know, big ups, Jay Louise. RS Nerd says, glad you're here, Steve. Hope you're healing up fast. Steve not in the house yet, but he is healing up. You know, he's working his way towards the goal. And hopefully he might be back by the Ka-Ching of the Ring. Maybe not. We'll see. It's all to his healing powers of the bionic back. And Battery Exhausted, big ups for the member bomb, my friend. Super Scuffer in the house. D-Dog in the house says, oh, God, I'm not going to read all these Spanish, dude.
Yeah, this means I hope this money is okay. They're not American dollars. So I'll be doing the translations for meaningful stuff during the stream. So don't worry.
Thank you so much. Alejandro Facundo says, mods, ban anyone speaking Spanish or exploiting YouTube with regional pricing. Good to know that TBS is an inclusive community. Absolutely. And last one, Sanchini in the house says, big ups, boys. Don't cry for Argentina. There we go. There's definitely a song there. You know?
Yeah.
Don't tip me from Argentina. You know, doesn't take a lot of effort there. But all right, let's go. Message. Come on, Sam. Hit it with us. Come on.
We're doing messages first, or
I think we are. Let's just let the messages. We're gonna dig deep, I'm sure, but let's let the messages dictate our path here.
Okay.
Oh, before we start, I have unlocked the King of the Ring thread in the Discord, so people that want to collaborate, feel free to do it there. Yeah, there you go.
Holy shit! Big ups to Movie Sign as well for that member bomb. You're a legend, and also Sanchini. You guys are all fucking legends. All right, Sam, let's roll.
Right. Okay. I mean, it seems appropriate that we should have someone from South America start things off.
Obviously.
It's the wrong place, but here is Colombian Detractor.
Hey there, that being said, Colombian Detractor here. I'm from one of the countries whose currency was outlawed by DSP. This is not a bit, by the way. I'm actually from Colombia, so apologies for my English. I was thinking about relationships after watching those awful DSP and Cat Q&As. 6 years and nothing has changed. Besides their weight, of course. They are still the same awkward couple who married out of convenience and nothing else. Some people still say, oh, you don't know how they are in private. Fuck off. You can see there is no love in there at all. I'm not a psychologist, but I am a human, and DSP isn't one. He is a creature in a skin suit pretending to be one, indulged by the idiots who donate to him and allow this to continue. By the way, don't give him pesos, even if it is for trolling. You don't have to go too far in the vortex to see what a real marriage looks like. Look at the LT and Chu. Just listening to them talking and bickering, you immediately know there is a relationship there. Can you imagine if Cat talked to DSP like Chu talks to ALT? What do you think about being married to a Street Fighter legend, honey?
Fee, fi, fo, fum. Why do you call yourself a legend? You get beaten by scrubs every Friday.
In public, DSP will respond, oh my gosh. But behind the scenes, ban. Gone forever. Because the big roach won't tolerate any offense against his weak ego. She is a mascot, a thing he can control, and both are trapped in a hell of their own creation. That's all I have to say. Glad to see Sam back. Hope Steve comes back full time soon.
Big ups.
Amazing. First call from Colombian Detractor. That was a true firecracker. Please call back, Colombian Detractor. That was awesome.
Yeah, great accent too. So I guess it's time for some context, everybody.
Yes, it is.
Let's gather around in a classroom. So the latest and greatest thing, especially the thing that happened yesterday, is a couple of days ago, Phil got a massive amount of gifted memberships, 500 to be precise. But he didn't get paid for them, or at least that's what he thought at first. He reached out to YouTube. He didn't like the response they gave him. He straight up said he didn't like the response, even though it was the correct one from the very first time he tried to reach out to him. 550, my bad. So later on, he saw, I guess, detractors on Twitter that actually figured out the issue. And he admitted that the issue is that in some countries, due to regional pricing, you can buy membership much cheaper than in the US. So technically, instead of getting actual thousands of dollars, he got like $20 or something. And then he didn't really see a difference. So he thought he didn't get paid. So here I have some info from Profit. Shout outs to him. And he made a video about it explaining it. He contacted YouTube to debunk it. It was pretty easy. They told him straight up what the situation was. So he says, for 500 members purchased by someone in Argentina, for example, because Argentina is, I know it's the meme. We don't have it confirmed where they actually came from, but we think it's Argentina because they're one of the cheapest there.
Yeah.
So it would be $20 in revenue. And after YouTube's cut, and that's after YouTube's 30% cut. So one membership costs 50 Argentinian pesos, which is the equivalent to 0.061 USD.
So that's 6 cents for all you Yanks out there. 6 cents for a sub. You get a lot of benefits, though. I mean, massive benefits, but it's cost 6 cents. So, and also let's not forget what Phil called this. By the way, he called this an exploit, and he pig-splained exploits. So an exploit is something you do where you're not meant to do it, but you can do it anyway to get some benefit, and that's an exploit. Okay, that is an exploit of YouTube. He did admit he wasn't sure of that, but then he just kept calling it an exploit the rest of the day. So he thinks it is an exploit.
Yeah.
Ironically, getting memberships in this way for Darkside Phil is probably the only place where you can't call it an exploit because you don't get anything for it. So like you give a membership to anyone else, usually there's some kind of benefit, or at least they're going to be putting revenue back into the stream for the most part. But
yeah.
So
right after that, he proceeded to say, just straight up, that anytime he gets any kind of quote unquote Spanish, I don't know if that's the quote, but Spanish type currency, he was just gonna ban.
Yeah.
Because people tried to send him super chats, and this dude legitimately thinks that the bigger the number, that YouTube color codes the super chats based on how much money you send him, and not how big the number is on the super chat. Legitimately still thinks this.
Yes.
And the hook, the trick And the whole loophole, and what makes this really funny, is that with memberships, you can't ever tell where they came from. So it can be some guy from Argentina, some guy from Spain, the UK. It just shows up as this user gifted a membership or became a member. So even if he wants to ban those people, he can't figure it out. And he will never be able to figure it out.
So this is obvious. Well, it could, here's the two things it could be, right? It could be, I know it's the lowest chance, but it could be an actual fan from this style country. It could be. You know, there's a very, it's not a 0% chance it's someone from the country, but much more likely is that it is a LARPer that found something very funny way to fuck with Phil. It is giving Phil money, but I mean, for your return on anger caused, I mean, this is pretty high up there on ops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Plus the fact that those 550 people are then like kind of in effect locked out from.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Thank you.
FantasticMrSam with the 50 memberships. Don't know where they're from though, guys. Don't get excited. Don't freak out, okay? Because we don't know where those are from. Okay, so. I mean, this guy really wanted to support us, and we're not seeing that. So,
so guys, don't think that we're doing better than we actually are.
No, don't.
Oh yeah, what he actually did was he legitimately just subtracted those memberships from the total and readjusted it. Literally, half of his members are now gone.
Yes,
I haven't seen such a thing ever. I never expected him to do something like that.
Yeah, so it's all like now it's just like a huge mess because really you can't keep track of any of this shit anymore. Like there's no way of knowing who's the Argentinian member and who's the legit member, apart from the name you know, of course. But because there's so many bots, like you don't know any of the names anyway. Like they're not regulars for the most part. When you see these, when he reads out this list of people, you're like, who are the, you know, like who are these people? So yeah, like I was saying, like yeah. So now you've got 500 odd people that are now locked out from what do you call it, like claiming a membership for the next month.
Yep.
So realistically someone could come along and do this every month and just kind of lock people out, you know.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a good point. You could kind of cock block the true gifts by gifting those 6 cents ones.
Yep.
That seems pretty spicy.
Not that I'm you know,
don't give Phil money though.
Don't
you're still giving Phil money if you do that, but man, that's the wall. That's the Argentinian wall. We need to build an Argentinian wall. But I mean, and let's not forget, Phil was very confident the day before what it was, though. Remember, he said, "Here's what I've learned from YouTube. Okay, guys. You know, they if someone's not there to accept the sub, then they don't get it. They have to log in first." So he had a 20-minute segment about that the day before, about this other theory that he just came up with by his own, or a flying monkey sent to his email as well, because he probably gets 20 emails a day of people saying different shit, and he just kind of, there's some he believes, some he doesn't. But that was his trip before that, and YouTube was lying. Thank you so much, Teeling Soldier. YouTube was definitely lying to him about that. But then the next day, he accepted this. It's not good, but he did say the story of the 550 fake subs, even though they are legitimately subs. But.
And something really great to come out of this as well is that the mask completely was taken off.
Oh yeah.
Because after all this marketing that he does, he begs on behalf of his chat, like they're asking for memberships, they're waiting in the wings, hundreds of people, and in the end, when he doesn't see the money for all those memberships that he had gifted, he spins it around into this whole thing being just to support the streamer, and now he's super upset. So he just exposed himself again, and it's really cool that you can't even confirm if that was a troll or not, because it's in your best interest as a consumer to buy something for the cheapest price you can find it. So why would I spend $4 to be somebody's member when I can spend 50 cents, for example, to be somebody's member? And they just did it, and it's in their best interest.
Yeah, exactly.
And in the best interest of the community as well, because like if he really cared about the community getting all these benefits, he wouldn't mind a bunch of people just dropping a bunch of members, regardless of the price.
Oh, yeah. If you get all these massive benefits, you're making a lot of people happy, right? Come on.
Yeah.
You get the cool chat crown badge. You get to vote on the polls. You get to ignore slow mode. What else is there? I don't remember. It's so many. It's tough to remember them all. But yeah, that.
I'm just wondering if there's anything now like that's scummy, that's like doable enough, for him. Like increasing the price of each membership or something like that. Like, how can he circumvent this? Like, I wouldn't put it past him, but at the same time, like that's pretty fucking scummy.
Yeah, and that would disincentivize the regular viewers from becoming members, because it's like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
But still, I mean, how many regular members does he even have? Because like, there's such a high density of gifted ones that it's like you might as well just say fuck it. Like, and like if you're trying to do this strategically, you might try to find OIC's cap. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the one paying your bills. Fuck those every once in a while now guys and all that shit people. They're doing one. What's the fuck's one? I don't want one. I want 102 days, and only one person can do that. Oh, and let's not forget about what Phil said about them. He, or maybe they transition, so I don't know what the other, well, they or them. Or maybe I sound like an asshole. Anyway, I say I sound like an asshole now. They just made it like the stupidest fucking way to handle that possible, The
problem he has now, actually, that I've just thought of is the other channel, the React channel. Because surely there's going to be a load of members on there all of a sudden that are suggesting some questionable videos for him. So that might be an issue for him. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. And by making a big clown show about it, he shows how much it actually hurts him and it gets to him. So it incentivizes people who are willing to do that shit to keep doing that shit.
Exactly.
Even if it wasn't a troll to begin with, because we still cannot confirm it. He likes to think it was a troll. And a matter of fact, he liked to associate 3 separate people that there's no proof of being a singular person as one single person. Because the first person to drop a member bomb was this person called Nikita. Then we had a person called Duty that he associated through like almost like tinfoil hat logic to be Duty Streams. And then there was another person who was called something. I forgot. There was some guy that sent him a super chat that was in like Argentinian pesos and was joking about him. And he made it all seem like it was one single guy, just so it can fit his own narrative.
Yeah,
so his name was Ex-Hooligan.
Ex-Hooligan, yeah. So who knows the fucking truth now? Who knows? That's the problem he has, because he can't tell. I hope it's a real fan, really, because that guy feels the saddest and trying to support my favorite streamer. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do?
Imagine how you're going to feel like you're trying to support somebody's community after them bitching about how much the community needs those memberships, and then he just spins it around crying about not getting enough money out of it. It's like, bro, I thought it was for the community. I thought the tips and super chats were for you. Like, what happened with that? So the mask is completely off at this point. We're not even trying to pretend it's on.
Go ahead.
You go.
I was going to say, now this is an ALT thought. It kind of feels like Phil is not worried about Mike Klum at the moment for the last week or so, where last week it felt like he was on Klum watch. This week, the begging's back. He's bitching about money just constantly. And it feels like he's kind of not worried about what Mike Klum sees when, you know what I'm saying? That was seemingly kind of a worry of his not too long ago.
Do you think
he kind of was more nice,
Do you think that might have been like a kind of like a bias? Like everyone was kind of looking out for it? I don't know. Like,
maybe, yeah.
Like, it's all kind of new and exciting. And like everyone's like, yeah, he's definitely being nicer today. When really he's just,
Could be.
I think we saw fake side Phil for a little bit, and then he met up with Mike in person, and they went to get a meal with him and Kat, and then Mike reassured him that it's all good and it's all happening, so he has no incentive to just keep up the fake act. He can just be DSP, and the documentary is still going to happen regardless.
That's true.
Doesn't
That's
have
a good
to impress
point.
him.
Yeah, I think Mike has clummatized him well enough that he thinks it's going to be good for him no matter what. I think DSP really thinks that, and that's why it's going. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. If they just show DSP, no talking, just show him and interview him, it's going to be amazing because of shit like happened last night, which we haven't got into yet, but obviously what happened last night, show that. What? People lose their minds if they see that. There's no one that cannot point and laugh at that if you watch what happened last night. And even at the Argentina thing. Look, is this a real human being? That's what people are going to say.
Yeah.
how can you edit that to make it look good? You know? Well, Phil is a very business style person, and he has a business degree, so he does worry about his income. He lets his fans know it.
As I've said before, I would love it if someone did that. Just showed all this really weird, questionable footage and then tried to make it, you know, like really, really positive for some unknown reason. Yeah, I should say, because I meant to bring this up on the last stream, because obviously I was away for a couple of months, and coming back, I noticed his membership count had doubled. Essentially, it was at like 500-600, which already is ridiculously high. Yes. And I meant to say, like, you know, coming back, how the fuck has this happened? So now I'm like, okay, now I have a reason, like, because that seemed ridiculous to me to come back and see this guy who has like maybe 10 regulars at most in his chat with like 1,000 memberships. That's nuts. That's beyond comprehension. 600 is too much, but 1,000. But now it's like, okay, now I have my answer. You know. Yeah, I mean, his viewership is. If it's not a hype situation, it's, you know, 300, 400, you know, if his drama, he gets more. But how many YouTubers have more subs than viewers? I mean, the list has to be pretty small. I think we've asked that before. And I think there are a handful, you know, like, I think it does happen, especially like, you know, when someone is especially generous out of nowhere. But I think he's unique in that, like, he's keeping it at that level and then expects more every time it hits that level. You know, like we're at 1,100 and whatever, and I'd like to get it to 1,100 and something. You know, like I want another 10 today, and just expecting 10 memberships. That's crazy. Every stream, like, who are these people? Like, you're completely delusional. Yeah. New people. If that's what you're thinking.
New fans, a really good example of that was when Team Ico Gamer dropped all those hundreds of memberships and had all those bots show up to accept them in this whole scam. When DSP got used to having over 1,000, so he just kept begging to keep it over 1,000, just because at some point those huge member bombs are going to expire, and then he's going to get less money the next month. So quite literally nothing is ever enough for him. The greed is just so massively strong. It just consumes everything in its path. There's not even, he used to beg for a reason. Like, he would say for something, like, I need this. Now it's just like, we used to have 1,000 guys. I really want to keep it above 1,000. That's it? That's all you have to say now? Wow.
Now we can kind of chuck in these like buzzwords, you know, like community and growth and things like that, which maybe he didn't do before. Maybe it was a bit more, you know, like, I've got 2 big bills, or, you know, or as we're going to find out tomorrow in your stream, he was much more transparent about a certain game that he used to play. So I've just yeah, it really is, man. I wish I could I don't think I'm even going to be able to watch, but that's going to be something to look out for, definitely. I've just noticed though, and something he's probably talked about already is we've now got two new emote slots. Because of that member bomb. So
hell yeah. Look at those benefits people are getting. Hang on, don't get excited, guys. We're not seeing any benefits from this. So I know you wanted to support us, but where are you from?
And that's also the fun thing about the whole gifting situation, is that you don't really get to see the revenue up until about 24 hours after the bomb has been dropped. So he can't really do an audit on the spot like he does with tips. So he's just constantly going to be in a purgatory of paranoia that these memberships might not be real. So you guys, don't look at the fact that I just got 50 memberships. They might not be real, even though they are factually real. But real for him means they're not American.
They're exploitative style subs. And I'm gonna say there's a lot of LARPers out there that want to give Phil like $5 on you know, like to say something, you know, like they say $5 and they'll say cat's fat or whatever. Like, how? Unless you're really you're already dented enough to give Phil money. So I would just would I think giving subs would be the funnier way to go about that now, personally. But hey, you shouldn't give money to Phil anywhere. But I think some of those LARPers that do give money might think this is the new meta. So I don't think this is ending anytime soon. It's so easy to do, right? I mean,
how can it end, really? Because it's completely out of his control unless YouTube spots it and somehow puts an end to it. But then again, like, how would they do that? Again, that kind of ties into what I was thinking before, actually, because I was going to ask, like, is it the same on Twitch with this stuff? So this is the first time I've really come across it, and
Good question.
I
Chat,
don't
anyone
know.
know? I bet someone in chat knows. Is the same thing? Is this exploit available on Twitch as well? Is this glitch in Twitch as well? A game bug?
I don't think it is, but I don't really know.
Because Twitch have set levels, don't they? I think it's been a while since I've looked at it, but
Twitch requires a bank in the region. Yes, a lot of people saying yes.
Yeah, so you
Same
can't really
thing.
bypass it with VPN. Because like
Okay.
regional pricing is pretty much a thing for a bunch of platforms. I know Steam used to do it because I've bought games on the Russian store for like half the price.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Big ups. A few shout outs to get to before we get to our next message here. Copeside Phil in the house says, never thought I would see a YouTuber, Twitch streamer hide their real member numbers live in front of hundreds of people. I'm not surprised Phil is doing it. He's easily the greediest person alive. Copeside Phil in the house. Agree. Oh, we got 1,000 point submit donation here from Mr. Radkin. Big ups from Chile. Chile. I don't know how much that is, but you're getting banned. That's all I can say to you. So big ups for that.
Dude, he
Mr.
had to
Ratkin.
explain what an exploit means.
Oh yeah. I said that. Exploit and also VPN explanation is a great one.
Yeah.
He has no clue what VPN. So listen to this. Let me tell you. So basically, and he says basically like 10 times. So basically, people can their computer. The internet thinks you're in a different place. So basically, what you can do is it seems like you're in a different area where you're really not. But he has no clue what he's saying at all. He's just saying words. Copeside Phil again in the house saying Phil is always saying he's not a shill, but he literally shills Patreon and memberships every single day, and his anti-consumer side is coming out more. Well, you can't shill yourself in Phil's mind because he's a one-man show, so you're allowed to shill yourself. I think I don't know how the math works out there, the pig math. Vikes in the house says ALT was alive when 6 cents bought you a full meal. Come on. 4 out of 10. 4.
Hey, no,
4.
Bringing up the anti-consumer point is great because he likes to pretend like he's the regular guy, he's the average Joe. But then any chance he gets, whenever something is in his interest, he would stand up against the consumer and he would back up the big, disgusting corporations.
Oh, yeah.
As long as it benefits him. He did the same thing when Ubisoft announced, they didn't announce, but they had an interview with the chief of subscription services. So it's like the master of gacha over at Ubisoft. And he said, basically, get used to everything being digital and a subscription. And he was like, yeah, you guys, what the fuck? Are you living in like 2010? Fucking idiot.
No, the best part of that for me was when he said, see, no one listens to me about this because everyone thinks of, I don't know, because of the lawcast, I think. But I've been saying this for years. It's like the most like obvious thing ever. No one wants to listen to me, though. Got Dark Side Phil. Okay. What a hot take. Digital, physical media is going to die out one day. Wow. You're so ahead of the curve, man. Awesome. Yona Hall in the house says, does YouTube allow blatant discrimination and banning based on language and country of origin? I would think it doesn't, but, they don't care about shit, man.
I mean, this would be a hell of a thing for him to get, like, banned for, out of everything. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they don't care about some of the... it would be fucking great. But, for it to be this...
If this is a real fan, like, you could... I mean, I know that YouTube wouldn't care, but, like, you absolutely could say that. I gifted 50 subs to my favorite streamer, 200, whatever the fuck it was, and he has banned me because I'm not from a country, not from his country. How was this... What is this? Imagine that.
Because also there's... I know we joke about Argentina, but there's a lot of people from Mexico watching, and the Mexican super chats are much cheaper, when you put it like currency conversion stuff than the United States dollar. So he's just claiming that he's gonna start banning everybody based on the currency they give him when they went out of their way to give him money is like insane.
Yeah. This is some unprecedented like. As the people keep saying, 2024 is off to a really good start, man. This who would have seen this coming?
The hits
you can
don't
tip
stop.
me, but please, can you make sure it's that's going to be the thing. It's going to be like if you want to send me some money through the YouTube side of things, then can you use a VPN and make make sure it's coming through from my area, please.
Did he ask for that? I didn't hear that. Was that
No.
just a joke?
But
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
just
I was
saying
gonna say,
that's going
insane
to
if he
be
did
the
that.
next thing, though. Like, can you imagine?
Yeah, guys, get a VPN for America.
And then he starts shilling Nord and wherever.
Nord VPN. All right, guys, let me tell you a little bit about Nord VPN. Okay, all right. You're like they're Nord, so you're like I don't know, somewhere up north, snowy. And anyways, movie sign in the house. Senor Sam, me gusta. From movie sign to Sam. There we
Yeah.
go. Prophet in the house said, Phil. Oh, go ahead, Sam. Sorry. Give your me gusta comment, please.
I just said me gusta.
Mi casa.
What's a burger in Spanish?
Yeah.
Still
now
burger.
we need to know. So
El
I will
Burger.
find out.
Okay. Prophet in the house says Phil deleting members like they are copy struck videos. Absolutely. Black Mage in the house. Okay, Meerkat, you're on that one. Meerkat dude.
Oh yeah. He says that the United States of Phil is implementing Jim Crow laws.
Big up.
It's just it does resemble that. Yeah, so
big
burger
ups,
in
yeah.
Spanish is hamburguesa.
Ooh, nice.
There you go.
Someone please ask that in a question on Q&A so we can get the soundbite. We really need that. ASAP. ASAP. All right, let's get to another message though. We got more shout outs to do, but I'll do it a little bit later. Let's get a little bit more talk going.
Okay. Well, since there was such a banger reaction from you from this guy last, what was it, Sunday? Then we're definitely going to play this. This is Hashi. Hopefully.
Turn your mic on, Hashi. No, he'll get it.
It's me. It's just this thing.
That's what I always said when you were gone, when it didn't work.
Here we go.
Hey guys, Hashi here again. I wanted to ask a question that I've been thinking about for a bit recently. What do you think really makes a lolcow? And I know people are going to say a lot of different things, but what's like the key feature? Now, for me at least, I think it's the inability to laugh at yourself. And I know someone might bring up like other people, but like if we look at some of the like lolcow adjacent people, like Rich, he tries to laugh at himself, but it's pretty clear it still hurts him. And that's why he's back to talking about Phil. It's because we all made fun of him for being a complete idiot. And we see this with Phil, too. Phil tries to laugh at himself, but when we laugh at him, he gets very defensive very fast. So, yeah, big ups to everybody. Hope Steve's on the show. I know I missed him last time when I called Alt old. I'm sorry about that, Alt. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, here's my cat again.
Oh, meow, meow, meow.
But, yeah, big ups for the show.
Big ups, Hashi Kitty.
Big ups, dude. So what do you guys think?
No, Meerkat, you got this answer locked down. Last time you said it was perfect, so go ahead. I know you said
well, if I had to pick one key feature, I guess it comes down to a lack of self-awareness. And just amongst other things, you got the ego, you got taking yourself super seriously and not being able to back it up. You know, you got arrogance that cannot be backed up by your actual skill and competency in different areas. But it's a lot of stuff, I guess. And for everybody's kind of different because some people like different types of lolcows. Some people think DSP is boring as sin as a lolcow. They can't laugh at him. They prefer somebody like Cobra or somebody even more degenerate like, I don't know, Daniel Larson or Cyrax.
Yeah.
It's really different for people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, remember Turkey Tom said Dark Side Phil's not that interesting. So there we go.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, but there's a lolcow for everyone, though. You know,
that's for sure. That's for sure. People find them. Logan K in the house says, if Phil was really concerned about the equity of memberships, he would make them all 99 cents. Think about it. I mean, if you wanted to have, I wonder what the perfect price point is for him. But in the end, I think it's. See, I disagree. I think it needs to be higher because you need to find OIC's breaking point. It sounds crazy, but that's the best strategy. If you found someone that's so into, just throwing money at you, you have to find the break. I'm talking like I'm talking like Dark Side Phil, by the way.
I was going to say, this is good. You
have to. I'm Dark Side Phil's manager here. You have to find that breaking point of OIC. So maybe go to $7.99 and see if OIC breaks there. And then you have to find that breaking point because that's how you get maximum revenue. Because who gives a shit about the one and dones? The new 50-bit bitch is the, what's it called? What's the new 50-bit bitch name? I don't know. The single sub sluts, whatever. Single sub sluts, they don't care. They don't matter. OIC's 50, 100 a day. That's what we're after. So raise it. Hey, tax it. Go a little bit. Hey, inflation's all over the place. $6.99. Come on.
Yeah. Realistically speaking, I would say it's in everybody's best interest to have your basic tier be like the lowest you can go. So like 99 cents.
Yes.
So the regular people that just want to support you with $1 a month, they can get some chat crown badges, emotes, whatever. And for the higher tiers, you can do more special perks and custom stuff and whatever you can come up with. I think it's just a solid business strategy.
Yeah, and for real streamers that care about their community, yes, that's correct.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. We had a good suggestion from Nasty Fripples, who said single sub scrub.
I like that too. I like that too. Nice.
But yeah, I think some element of like arrogance, delusion, and like I don't know, gullible. Like some the gullible as well.
They fall for ops. They do fall for ops. I think to simplify it, it's just like people laugh at them. People laugh at that person for reasons they aren't intending, for whatever reason it is. You know what I'm saying? Steve de Los Muertos drops the 50. Don't get excited, everybody. Just calm down. This is not helping us at all right now.
Did not see this coming.
Big ups,
honestly.
dude. Wherever country you're from, we appreciate all currencies. Being honest,
Obviously.
I mean, we love all currencies. You guys are nailing this meme, by the way, with
I
the
love that
names.
it's still coming up. My Fantastico Senior Sam from before on the stream.
Oh yeah.
That'll be going all night. All right, real quick, one more. D-Dog in the house. 1968 D-Dog says, jumping the shark, he is streaming on Throwback on Sunday to get ads on it. Now let's use ad blocker to play his music and it crashing his music. That's not fair. He used ad blocker on himself.
Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot about the whole YouTube shit about get this. And that was completely debunked, right, Meerkat? I know you're watching on your stream.
Oh yeah. Immediately, like a day later, it was discovered that. So the whole the news story is that YouTube was apparently, if you use an ad block, they use more of your CPU, and then that was debunked, and it was discovered that it was a glitch or a bug in the ad block and ad block plus extensions. So it doesn't apply to uOrigin ad block, which is the one that I use. Very good, by the way. He got debunked a day later, but he was super smug during the DSP news segment about it.
I feel like he just fixed news stories that can give him the facepalm moment. Like that's all he's after. Like he just finds like news stories that give that one facepalm, and then he's like, "All right, this is gotta kill him with this one, guys. Just wait till I get to it."
And then sometimes he gets to say the old "I should have listened to me. I've been telling them this for years" kind of stuff. You know, the same kind of. Yeah.
That's all you need. Come on, great news story.
I had that issue as well. It was fucked up for the last week or so, or whenever it was.
I have a great issue that anytime I try, only exclusively on the Meerkat channel, when I try watching something, I get the pop-up from YouTube that you're using ad block and you can't do that.
Really?
But then I log into like the Snortwave channel or the That Being Said channel, and that goes away. So it's the weirdest thing.
Weird.
It's been happening for like months now.
Very odd.
DAA question that we definitely you guys don't have to answer this. How much do we think in cat weighs? You don't have to answer that if you don't want to. I'm not answering.
I don't know. I'm really bad at estimating people's weight and age. Because to me, ALT seems like a late 30s kind of guy, but we all know he's thousands of years old. So I mean, I'm totally lost.
Well, chat have got our backs here.
Go ahead, guys.
We can probably work out some sort of average from all this. In the sort of 250 to 370 region. Somewhere between there. 235, that's kind of low.
Okay. Little Shadow X Meerkat, we need a translation on that one, then we move on to our next message, please.
Hold on, just give me a second.
Yes.
Let me learn Spanish. Little Shadow X. What he just said, Mexican detractor here, and then he says, are they going to ban me? Well, since you're asking for it, we might as well. And you're also getting deported from this stream. Enjoy going back to Mexico, dude.
Nice. All right. Real quick. Let's get to our next message, please, Samuel.
Yes. Here is Brad Burnian.
Hi all, Brad Burnian here. I just watched WPRG Radio's restream of the second 2024 Cats and Phil stream. Big ups for streaming Rambo /old. I just loved how much DSP overcompensated this time round on the trying to let Cat talk more by just asking follow-up question after follow-up question after follow-up question until the question was dead. It was 2 follow-up questions ago, but he was so desperate to get ALT Rambo, said it really well near the start. Like this stream is for us. This isn't for the fans. This isn't for his audience. This is for us. Like the little smug, little David Brent-esque look at the camera when he said, "Why'd you like that ice cream?" And it looked at the camera like a little worm. Just it was so transparent, and the fact that he just made it worse for poor old Cat, who from the first frame she appeared, even more so than last time, did not want to be there. I mean, just Phil's lack of ability to read any signals at all is just, insane.
Oh yeah.
So I hope for Cat's sake that this is the last time we see her until the documentary. Okay, bye.
Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's just get into it because let's get some context on this. So last night was the second Cat's, what's it called? Family stream, whatever the fuck it is with Jasper, like if he wants to be around. So the first, I think it was timed. Somebody had on Twitter, I'm not sure. For 6 minutes and something seconds, Cat didn't say a single word. Single word.
Right at the start of the stream, yeah.
Yes.
She looked angry as well.
Extremely pissed. And it wasn't, could she have seen something in chat that set her off? Obviously, we've seen that before. But she was just, I do not want to be here. Everyone else can see I don't want to be here. Phil can see she doesn't want to be here. But yet we're still here. And 6 minutes, nothing. Nothing at all. And like Brad Burdian said, to play up the theater of this, of course he doesn't care about us, but let me tell you something. The over asking of follow-up questions was, there's a last time he just answered everything for her or cut her off every time, which is obviously an asshole thing to do. Detractors talk about it. What does Phil do? There's a normal line. Let me do hand graphs. Normal line, and then Phil takes Hulk Hogan leg drop to the insane lolcow level where he follows up every question with 2 or 3 more follow-up questions that no one's asking, but he wants to show us that I'm letting her talk. Come on, guys, look. And then he does the smug face and nod, the dent nod of,
Well,
go ahead.
If I may
go ahead.
Interject, to be fair, most of the time her answers are, I don't know, or
okay.
I can't think of anything. So I think I would probably do the same thing in that situation.
But okay, so that's fair. Okay, you want to have one follow-up, but you don't go back to the well 2 or 3 times when clearly she's struggling to come up with something. All right? Do you want to put someone you love through that? Yeah. Love, I know is the key word here, but if you understand that your wife is going through a tough time and doesn't have an answer for something, it seems like a normal human being can read social skills to say, okay, I'm moving on. Because it's not like there weren't 18 questions waiting for him anyway. So the question is shit like, what's your favorite ice cream? I always say ice cream, but what do you like better? The Thieves Guild? Well, she had a little something to say about that. But what's your favorite movie, let's say? And it was between, I don't know, Pokemon or whatever, Digimon. I know that's not the question, but Pokemon or Digimon. She was like, I don't know. I don't know. And Phil would be like, okay, well, do you like the Pokemon of Pokemon? Do you like the action of a Digimon? What do you think about that? And then she would say, I don't know. I guess Pokemon. Well, what do you like about Pokemon? It's like, you don't go to that third, you don't have to go to that one. It's like, come on.
I gotta give him credit. At least he tried to have a conversation. And this is something that they teach you in like 2nd grade in school, to answer with a whole sentence to a question that you've been asked. So somebody asks you, do you like Pokemon? And then you say, yes, I like Pokemon because I like the different Pokemons you can catch, and they're very fun. And, you know, that's just the basic thing people say. But like you said, all her answers were just like yes or no, or just no answer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
I think it's because she just extremely didn't want to be there. The first hour, she had no interest in being there. She did not want to be there. Openly showed I don't want to be there. You know, I mean, just did give a shit. She would say like this, like kind of like annoyed, kind of like we already asked about that last week. You know, I think, and of course Phil, you know, Phil, it's okay, honey. You can just say the same thing every time. They don't give a shit. But Kat was like legitimately kind of even worried about the viewer experience. He goes, I don't want to say the same thing. You know, DSP does not give a shit.
There was a bunch of questions like that they had the exact same answer that they had last week in the first ever episode, and then on the second one they're already repeating himself. Like this whole gimmick has overstayed its welcome on the second attempt. It's just crazy bad. And I'm thinking that he had her on just because in the last couple of days he had a couple of slow streams, so he started getting concerned about the money that he was going to have for his day off. So he's like, let's just smash the emergency Cat button. Just press the Whopper button. And then we have Cat show up. Everybody's glad to see her. And this time they made like half as much money as they made the first time because it wasn't as shocking and innovative and interesting. But still, it was much better than your regular night stream.
So you're not on. You don't think there's any Clump interference here? This is not the result of Mike Clum's request, suggestion, anything like that.
I think his suggestion was to generally get Cat conditioned to being in front of a camera and getting used to being back. And the natural benefit of that was that people are going to show up more and they're going to support more. So I think as a business perspective, the idea might have come from Mike, but the execution is all up to them or, you know, DSP.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He probably would have put the idea in his head to push the Whopper button and, you know, and lessen the blow like we've covered. However, exactly that. The execution is where it falls down, because I think anyone else they wouldn't just sit there, you know, no background music, it's just deadly silent, and you just like put on the spot like that. You know, here's my wife, she hasn't been on stream for 5 years. Ask her anything, except you can't ask her anything because, you know, most things are off limits. So I think anyone else would do it, you know, ease her in, maybe, you know, play a multiplayer game. Maybe she's playing along with you off camera, you know, and then maybe she works up the courage that way or something like that. But no, it's like, boom, there she is, you know, and it's, of course, the complete wrong way to go about it.
A lot of moments from the night to talk about. I want to get the messages though. So let's get to another message and see if they lead us on that track. But yeah, go ahead,
real quick, while we're on the topic, we have Secret Limited, the one and only, did a breakdown of the amount of time that Phil was talking compared to Kat talking. So on a normal podcast, you know, it would fluctuate, but it would be kind of equal, or at least the main host would get some more of the time. In this case, Kat talked for 15% of the time, and Phil talked for 85% of the time, which is 1 hour and 45 minutes.
And like Meerkat said, this time was definitely more Kat's fault because Kat was not really interested in talking. You know, she was like definitely out of it. But this is the time that Phil chooses to ask more. So it made it just way more awkward. It just came off as someone like trying to ask questions to someone that doesn't want to talk to the other person. So what's your favorite memory? Okay, well, what did you like about that? Okay, well, and Kat's already checked out and trying to tell you without saying it out loud, I'm done with this question. You know, you kind of use clues to say, like, I don't want to talk about this and I'm done. She was trying to throw those out in the best way she can. But Phil was just not picking up because we got to get the trolls right. We got to prove those trolls wrong. That's more important than what my wife thinks, of course.
Yeah. Did you guys notice the question about Jasper's age? There's something very interesting that happened.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Go ahead. You tell.
So they started talking about, because this was also a question that somebody asked Phil a while ago. And he said that they don't really know. He could be 3 years old or 5 years old or whatever. And then Kat chimed in without being allowed to, and that's a sin.
That's a no-no.
And she said, you know, I think it was 3 years old. And then this dude went on. He had such like a passive aggressive reaction. It's almost like he was pissed off that she cut him off and tried to add something to the conversation. It was such a like weird moment.
Yeah.
It was extremely odd because that's the closest we're getting to Leanna. You know what I'm saying? Like she questioned the king. You questioned it? You know, because he was spouting for minutes on end about the cat. Right? Just minutes about the cat. Oh, we had no view of the clawed. No one wants the clawed cats, by the way. Do you guys know that, by the way? No one wants the clawed cats. No one wants them. No one wants them. Yes.
Yeah.
They are very undesirable, especially if they've already been done and you don't have to do the bad part, because declawing cats is definitely bad. But if you're going to pick one up from from the shelter, and someone's already declawed it, that's kind of a benefit if you don't want to get your fucking shit fucked up. But no one wanted that one. No one wanted that one. Anyway, so Phil said his age could be between 8 and 11. And the cat was like, we got him. They said he was 3. And Phil was I said, and he's kind of word salad his way out of it. That was a special moment.
Yeah. After it had come after a moment where the exact opposite happened, and she, on the rare occasion she actually spoke in full sentences, he just randomly cut her off. And asked about the audio. I've got the clip if you want to hear it.
Oh, please.
Please. It's a special one. This one.
So you played the 2 modes that were available. Out of the 2 modes, the story mode and the arcade mode, which did you like better?
Well, I mean, the thing is the story mode is only like one short chapter, and most of it is an intro to the game. It's not actual gameplay. It's like one fight or something like that. So,
by the way, can you guys hear us fine? Because I forgot to ask. Are we good? Are we in a good position? Do either of us need to get closer or whatever? Because I want to make sure you guys can hear us tonight. So if someone could tell me if we're sounding all right. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just realized we didn't mention it at all.
Well, that takes care of it.
Are we good?
Disclaimer.
You guys can hear
Disclaimer.
Us good? Sound is good. Okay. All right, I'm sorry, continue. So you're saying the story is only one fight, right?
So now's the time you're going to bring up audio after all these years.
That was an hour and 10 minutes in, by the way. Hour and 10 minutes in.
Yeah, exactly.
The perfect time to do that. Sorry, Eddie. Sorry, Eddie, about that. Sorry, didn't mean to do that, Eddie. Disclaimer: that interruption that was 30 seconds ago does not represent my benefit, my values of Darkside Phil in present. Sorry about that, Eddie. Sorry. Go ahead. You think?
That was one of the rare times she just spoke out about an opinion that she had and an experience that she had. And you might think, like, just let her talk, man. That's like the first actual answer you might get. Just let her talk.
And it was a surprising moment as well, because he brought up it's Tekken, isn't it? Tekken 8.
Yeah.
Is that right? I got that right?
Yeah. Tekken 8, yeah.
He brought that up as though that's going to be one of the features of tonight's stream, is that we're finally going to hear what she thinks of it. And then obviously the Q&A dried up, so they brought it up, and to begin with she didn't give much of an answer, and it just seemed like it was going to be another one where it's like, oh, is that all? And then she started going on about it, and it was like, oh, okay, great. And then he cuts her off. It's like, Jesus.
There was multiple times where he spit out, you know what? Okay. So you know what a kid's talk, like say younger style human, like 5-6 years old, says something and you don't care what they're saying, but you don't want to be a douchebag. So like, cool. You know, you say that. Yeah. Phil did that many times. Yeah. Okay, let's see. We got a $15 tip from him.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, we got a $15 tip from him. Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay. Anyway, just no showing of that. I heard what you said. I understand what you said. None of that. Just that. Cool.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's like the way you behave when your nephew comes up to you and starts talking to you about Pokemon Go when you're at like your adults are talking, and you're just like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Sleepy. There was no more of that, by the way. We got him to stop saying whopping, and huge tips, by the way. That did not happen a single time last night. There was no whopping, there was no huge, just normal reading of tips. Again, he doesn't care what the tractors say. And they definitely don't dictate everything he does in his life. But yeah, ask the follow-up questions and no whopping tips again. Yeah. So real quick, before we get to the next message, my favorite moment it involves Jasper Kitty. So Jasper jumps up on some chair, the chair in the middle or whatever. And Phil starts doing his normal, okay, no, Jasper, don't do this, don't scratch us, Jasper. And then Jasper makes his move to cat slap. And it appeared as if Cat was kind of, whoa, I don't want Jasper on here, get him away from me. And I thought at my first watching, I was like, oh, I thought Kat loves Jasper. I did not expect that. It kind of shook me a little bit. I thought she was like, that's her friend, you know? But on rewatch with Ludo Girl Order last night, we saw she was actually recoiling from his touch to get Jasper. They actually had skin contact. And that caused her to, whoa, out of the way instantaneously. Yeah. So she wasn't pissed at the Jasper. It was actually for Philip. And that was a very telling moment. The touch of the skin led to the full leaning Tower of Pisa levels of leaning towards the door. And that was thank you, pizza. That's what I was looking for.
ALT's like, so you're saying I've got a chance?
No, there's no chance. No chance. Come on, that's all. We're done. But all right, let's get the next message though.
Cool. Right. Let's hear from. I like this one. Phil with the oddly shaped penne head.
All right.
Hey, that being said, Phil with the oddly shaped penne head here. I just wanted to leave a message going over the new Argentinian peso drama, which is very funny to say. The whole situation is very funny to me. The fact that he's essentially banning any foreigners from giving him gifted memberships, super funny. You know, I think there was a historical figure who did something very similar. I think his name was something like Adolf Pigler, something like that. It's close enough. But actually, I had a question about that. Do you think it would be possible for, not saying I want anyone to do this or anyone should do this, but do you think if someone was so inclined, they could perhaps eradicate his membership income essentially entirely by giving a bunch of memberships in this essentially monopoly money? So many memberships, in fact, that he has no other viewers to receive memberships in good old freedom American dollars. And then he's left with essentially 2,000 members and like $50. I don't really know how YouTube memberships work. I don't use YouTube that much, to be honest. But yeah, I wondered your thoughts on that. Thanks. I hope you all have a great day.
Big ups. Phil with the oddly shaped penny head. And that's what Sam pointed out earlier. You could make the Argentinian wall. And
yeah, if you time it right, you can clear out a certain, a considerable amount of them. I don't know how it works though, because like presumably many of them have like recurring memberships, like so they're kind of already they can't be claimed.
Yeah, but that's not so. That's a small percentage of them, isn't it? You'd think.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it would still hurt, and that's a good point. Who was it? Because you had a funny name. Fuck. Missed it, but they suggested you're a legend no matter what. They suggested that it would hurt more on the React channel. That's probably true because you could really fuck shit up over there because he doesn't know who's suggesting videos anymore. That is true.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to have a lot of what's the word? Video suggestions to wade through. Because that's that channel memberships matter. I think is it Reese Tipney says the React channel would be better.
Yeah, Reese
memberships are integral to the channel. Yeah, so I agree.
He'd actually have to pre-watch because if it's all LARPers in there suggesting videos, something might slip in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which it would be, well, I think it'd be just LARPers and people that don't exist. I'm going to assume.
Yeah, pretty much.
Big ups to Tino's Gaming says, been waiting for this episode. Glad that Sam came back. Ack. No, seriously, great show, guys. Sorry about the foreign currency. This is Canadian dollars. We accept those. We do accept those. They're fine. We'll let you in. Mr. Ratkin says, Latino World Order. LWO in the house. Free 99 says, brioche style bun on my hamburguesa.
Sounds authentic.
Extremely. Maximus, last one right here. Maximus 2400 says, everyone, who do you think is more of a villain of the FGC, DSP or LTG? DSP, not close. Not even a whiff. LTG was never like a high level player on anything but YouTube. Phil, even though it wasn't many years ago, he was in the tournament scene back then, and more people knew of him and interacted with him. LTG is just a YouTuber that yells, right? I mean, in terms of FGC, I know he has more to him than that. But in this question,
Yeah.
I don't think LTG is anything but a lolcow. And
you
like,
know, he had like a beef with Viscant back in the day, and that was a pretty hype FGC thing. I think he got in trouble with some other people because he was talking too much shit too. He had the whole thing with Brawly Legs, that the disabled guy. So I don't know about the grand scheme of things, because DSP kind of is like really washed up nowadays, and people kind of associate LTG with FGC more than they do DSP nowadays. Especially like the new generation of FGC fans.
As someone completely divorced from this, like I really don't know. I think 4th place at Evo is too much of a meme. You know, that on its own is a known thing. You know, so I would
think
assume
that,
it's DSP.
And also remember, it's villain of the FGC. And I think Phil, because he wants to be a part of it and holds so much of his being on being, you know, of course he doesn't care about FGC now, but it's still such a big part of him that he wants the good parts of being in the FGC while also shitting on them. But LTG is kind of, does he care? I don't know if he cares, you know, like, does he want to be seen as this dude in the FGC? I don't know.
That's the thing. While DSP was pretending to be the villain with the whole King of Hate persona, even though it wasn't a persona, LTG is just a villain. He's just simply like the guy you want to root against, and it's just who he is.
That's true. All right, well, good question. That's a great question though, because obviously Maximus, good question.
Yeah,
I guess we got to ask somebody who's actually in the FGC for a more accurate answer to that.
Let's ask Sirha someday.
Yeah, I remember that one. Sirha.
All right, let's go. Next message. Come on. Hit us with it.
Right, so Narcside Phil.
What's up, guys? This is Narcside Phil on Twitter. I want to give a shout out to Steve of the Dead. I hope you get better. No, sorry you've been through so much shit lately, man. I want to talk about something I've noticed on Detractor Twitter. There's quite a few amount of people who are upset at all the fat cat jokes and the fat cat memes. Now, if you go on my page, you're going to see a lot of that shit because I'm a troll on the internet. I don't give a fuck. I'll make fun of you, your mom, your wife, like whatever, man. I don't care. As long as it's funny or as long as I think it's funny, I'm going to participate, if you will. Now, I do have a human side. I'm an adult, have an adult job and all that stuff.
Baller alert.
And I'm not a complete dick. So I totally see the other point of view of people seeing Kat as someone who's in a toxic relationship without even knowing it. She's vulnerable, being mind controlled, being molded. She has very little free will or liberty, kind of like some Britney Spears shit. It's fucking crazy what DSP is doing over there, man. And they feel bad for her because of that. And they see the weight gain as being a direct correlation of being attached to Phil and having all of his unhealthy habits imposed on her. And I can see why they feel bad and don't want to make fun of her. But like I said, I'm a troll on the internet. I think this is funny. Fuck Phil, fuck your wife. And what do you guys think?
Mm-hmm. Well, Mirka, you talked about this recently on your you had an interesting take on that, how people have been saying the fat thing for since the car, right? Since the car picture.
Yeah.
And
it was
go ahead.
I guess it was kind of a meme at first, even though people didn't know she was fat, and then it turned out that it's factually true, and it kind of took away a little bit from the meme, because memes are not always exactly accurate to reality, but this one turned out to be. But I agree with the guy. If you think it's funny and if you want to make fun of it, just go for it. If it's publicly available on the internet, man. I can only speak about myself. I think that people that go around on the internet telling people how to feel and what to do, it usually just doesn't work out. So I just don't want to do it. That's why I have my own personality. I put myself out there. If you think something about me is funny, feel free to make fun of it. It's all game. So there you go.
Yeah.
And that's basically the original reason why I made my channel, is so I can just speak on my behalf and not represent anybody else and not have somebody else represent me and tell me what I think and what I feel about stuff. So that's just why I have my own voice. And that's why we have people on the show and taking up their messages, because they have something to say that we don't want to speak on their behalf, and we want to hear what they have to say.
That's the key point. That's what this whole show is for. People can say whatever they want, and you can act however you want to act, behave however you want to behave. For me, it's more of a meme to not do that. Obviously, that's the WPIG brand. So now I have a brand upkeep. I got to keep the investors happy. So I refrain and I white knight for Cat. But that's my choice. You can make your own choices. Sam, what's your take on this?
I think Meerkat's said it best, man. You can't really. And yes, I'm certainly not going to tell anyone what they can and can't do. But
yes.
Yeah,
that says
I will refrain from talking too openly about her weight, I think.
Yep. Meanwhile, I have a fun fact about Argentina that was posted in the Discord, and I think
nice.
is very fun. So I want to share it with you guys.
Yes.
When anyone mentions Argentina, the immediate thought is Argentine beef. However, the world's third largest grain producer naturally has a thriving pork industry and a herd of 6 million pigs. That's an interesting number. With an abundant supply of feed, as most of the cattle are fattened on grass. That's just that's your Derek fact of the day, everybody. 6 million pigs. That's an interesting figure, to be honest.
Oh, all the LARPers that are keeping the "See you later, Derek" meme going. Keep it going. Keep it going, boys. Let's keep it going. Don't stop that. Derek shows up on that chat. It's instantly, "We'll see you later, Derek." It's the best. Have fun, Derek. All right, man. We'll see you later, Derek. That's the best. I love it.
So there was this awesome comment last night by some troll in his chat that says, "Hey Kat, what is your dream? My dream is you and me having a drink while we watch Derek get hit by a bus." That was such a fucking comment, man.
Yeah. Oh, also last night, not to derail before we get another message, we got some spice. We almost got some spicy takes from Kat. Like they almost came out, and it was about retail. Because someone asked about bad experiences at retail, and again, remember, Phil likes to agree with Kat about how retail sucks, right, honey? Well, the only reason she has to do retail is because Phil likes Hogan's. But anyways, irrelevant of that. She said she was asked about retail bad experiences, but she kind of oddly brought up the COVID thing. She kind of took it to that level and said, like, yeah, it makes people be stupid. And it made a lot of people stupid. And, a lot of people acted stupid. And she kind of wanted to go more. But Phil kind of cut her off and said, "Oh, we don't want to get political." She said that herself, too, to be fair. Like, I don't want to get political. But she had more on the other side of that. And then Phil cut it and kind of said, "Well, yeah, we don't want to get political here." But it looked like she was kind of on something. And then Phil chimed in with and someone asked about what's good and bad about Seattle. And Kat said again about the people. The people are kind of the food. Oh, yeah, the food is good or whatever. Every comment starts with both of them, by the way, say, the food's better over here, whatever the fuck. But Phil quickly said to that comment about the people in Seattle, Phil said, "Well, yeah, most people here are on the left, and that led me to believe that Kat is definitely conservative style Kat. You know what I'm saying? Like she had some right-wing thoughts coming out she wanted to share. Clearly she's not a fan of the left style people. You know what I'm saying? Because Phil was fast with that fact. Well, yes, Kat, people are mostly left over here. And I thought that's kind of interesting. We almost got to a little bit of Kat's, thoughts on things, but didn't quite come out. But you can kind of get the hints there.
I mean, a part of their argument was that people can buy weed, so I don't think any of them have any kind of leaning. It's just whatever benefits them the most.
That's
so they were talking about, oh my God, Seattle sucks because you can go buy weed and it smells like weed sometimes. Wow, this shit sucks. It's like,
yeah,
you might, Kat, you might actually benefit from smoking some weed. You should fucking try.
I was gonna say, yeah. Maybe do that for your next family night.
Munchies, dude.
Maybe edibles if it's more her style. Maybe the gummy bears, some pot brownies, some cookies, something like that. But no, I mean, like for real, there is definitely gonna let them like actually fucking relax for once and stop being so like with a stick up their ass.
And another last thing, someone asked about what do you make fun of each other for? Or what do you kind of what's your kind of biggest pet peeve or something about each other? And Phil said, okay, God, okay. We're not the kind of people that razz each other. You got that one?
I have the start of it. Yes. Yeah,
okay. Well, go ahead. Play that first. Yeah.
Here we go.
This is up to you if you want to answer this or not. Dan did a super chat saying, "What is your favorite quality about DSP?" First of all, you can call me Phil. My name is Phil, not DSP. Yes, it's DSP on my gaming streams, but this is a real stream.
Are you embarrassed?
Just kind of hanging out. You can call me Phil.
What?
Do you have any favorite qualities about me that you like to share? If not, you don't have to. I tell you, this is, no pressure here or anything. Okay? No.
Funny?
Funny?
Yeah.
Funny?
Okay.
Question mark?
So funny. That's good. That's good, right? Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, but the point, so funny, that's like the most basic answer possible when you don't know what to say about someone. Funny. That works, right?
This is also like the most basic question you can answer about your soulmate and your husband. It's like you can come up with 3 of the most generic things off the top of your head. You can say, well, I appreciate that he takes care of me. I appreciate that he takes care of the household. He's earning the living for the family. He's I like spending time with him. Just like generic stuff like that. And she couldn't even come up with one. And it was like
nothing.
Funny question mark?
Funny?
Yeah. I guess.
Enough? Are you done with me if I say funny? I guess. Hope so.
But yeah, that's what I'm talking about though, man. That was the general vibe of the night, was like silence, one word answer.
So what the point I was talking about before was like when he says, we're not a couple that razz each other. We don't go around saying stuff about each other, which by the way is the craziest thing. Any interaction you have in your life with people you consider friends, whether that be significant other, significant mother, whatever it is, razzing, which I love the fucking word razz, but razzing each other is part of the deal. Like there are things you make fun of each other for. Because you come to recognize something they always do, some quirk they always have, and that actually brings you closer because you accept each other for what they are. I know enough about you to make fun of this.
Absolutely.
Phil acted like this was we're above that. Oh, what? We're not these kind of couple that razz each other. Who's doing that? That without knowing, that shows how little connection they have at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, that just speaks to the thing we've all been saying for the longest time, where it's like they're just like roommates. There's no intimacy there. There's no that kind of like that kind of back and forth kind of teasing of each other, where it's like it's that playful thing. There's no like humor there. There's nothing. I really don't think I don't see them as a couple. Even like I see them as roommates, like
later, that just to close that point out, later someone said, what's your favorite feature? Not feature, it was not the funny one, it was something else, like what's your favorite quality Phil has or something. But then he said, we also don't walk around we're not a couple that goes around talking to each other about our good points. So what do? You can't razz, you can't say good points. What are we talking about then? It was just we also got the off day. What do we do on our off day? How do you spend time together?
This was the moment, man. I wish I'd clipped it actually. Yeah. Where they struggled to come up with any list of what they do. And it was literally a Phil's day off segment, like just boiled down to like 3 bullet points. It was perfect.
Coming from the person that's too busy to do anything. I'm too busy. This is what we do on our off day. Watch TV together.
Yeah.
Listen to music 30 minutes before we go to sleep.
Like some like old couple or something like.
It's an old folks home schedule. Old folks home schedule. All right, guys. At 4:30 we have our movie watching time. I know people are going to say, I know why you know about that, whatever. At 9:30, we put on our jazz music and go to sleep. That's what it is.
I bet if Phil wasn't streaming on these days, he would be watching King Jad Bingo with Kat. It would be like the most fun they've ever had.
So it was what was it then? So yeah, you said the 2. There was another one, wasn't there? There was
watching TV, but not narrative based shows.
Not
but
narrative,
then later, not narrative based shows. But then later, Kat says, "I don't like reality shows." So, not narrative based shows. Kat doesn't like reality shows. Oh, also, Kat doesn't like weeb stuff now. Despite
they don't like anything. God damn, what the fuck do they like?
Despite
like
owning
eating
samurai swords.
The best thing was there was a question about or maybe it was two separate questions, but they both definitely came up where it was like, do you like Call of Duty, and like, do you like anime? And then there's that picture of her with a Call of Duty cap on with an anime t-shirt.
Everything she likes has been beaten out of her. Everything she liked is done now. Because I'm sure, oh, now Phil doesn't like Dragon Ball Z. I'm kind of an older guy now. I don't like Dragon Ball Z. Oh, you loved Dokkan Battle, though, didn't you? How much money you pour into that game?
Oh,
Dragon Ball Z, non-fan. Uh-huh. Anyways, let's get to a few more messages. Go ahead, Meerkat. Go.
And
go.
We should get to the messages, but one of my favorite parts is when... So usually the SP has this one screen where he reads the chat, which is on his laptop, which is on his left, I think.
Left down.
Yeah. But this time there was something under the microphone that apparently had a display on it where Kat was just sniping the chat the entire time. And at some point somebody said something trollish and she just straight up like actually pointed at it, and it was like this. That's all she said. It's like, hey, can you this?
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh baby, I'm gonna take care of it. Don't worry about it, baby.
Yeah. I should have clipped that one as well. Because
I cringed myself into oblivion from this one. It was so embarrassing.
Yeah. He was like, "Don't worry, baby. We'll get him. We'll get him when we see him."
So listen, it doesn't matter what that thing said. That could have been like the most calm thing ever. Okay, but when you know your wife or significant other didn't like seeing that, your first reaction needs to be in a normal loving relationship is to make sure she's not seeing that anymore. To a normal human being, at least my opinion. Phil said, don't worry about that, baby. We'll take care of it when we get to it. I can see she can clearly read it now, and she clearly doesn't like it enough to make a physical action to say that. And then Phil, well, don't worry about that, baby. We'll get to it when we'll take care of it when we get to it.
Yeah,
What?
I think she said. People are saying in chat now that she said, I am bothered, but I'm pretty sure.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
I thought she said, I'm not bothered, but maybe I'm wrong. Because I think she was trying to sort of play it off a bit. Like, you know, she's trying to point it out sort of without causing a fuss, you know, just quickly ban this person. He obviously brings it up and she then tries to say like, oh, I'm not bothered. You know, it doesn't bother me, but, you know.
Yeah, you have to say that.
Yeah, so Killer Groove says she said I'm not bothered. So yeah, if anyone's got a timestamp for that, we can maybe play it. But
I mean,
I'm trying to find it.
It's incredible. That was probably the lowest single moment that just shows he does zero either care for her or ability to read her reactions to something. Because she made the step to point to that thing. Who knows what it said, by the way? Of course, it could have been pretty tame. It could have been, I can't wait to fuck Jenna tomorrow. It could have been anything. And Phil, don't worry, baby. You don't worry about that. Remember, we talked about this. You don't worry about this kind of stuff, right? That's what it sounded like to me, 100%.
Yeah.
So I managed to find it. I'm going to send it to you guys so we can play it. It's timestamped.
Perfect.
It should be good. But we don't have the chat in this one, so we can only guess what she was reacting to. But whatever it was, it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Give me a sec. Yeah, you guys talk amongst yourselves a second.
Oh, okay. Cool. No problem. I'll get two shout outs here. Jet5151 5150 says, you're on thin ice, Messi. Absolutely. Messi's a legend, though. I can't wait to get a Messi hat. Big ups to Barrett Wells says, the internet was out. They couldn't do anything together, dudes. Oh, yeah. Remember that? Internet out? What are we going to do? Now we know that's literally true. We can't listen to jazz music and can't watch reality shows. Oh, sorry. Non-narrative style shows. You got it? We ready?
I believe so. Let's go to this screen.
See the appeal of playing the millionth one. That's the same plot, the same characters. You know what I mean? And then people say, well, why don't you get into Dragon Ball Super? Well, again, I'm not really into it. It's been so long. I don't really care about that.
Can you this?
Can you?
Oh, I know. What? Baby, don't worry about that. And what are you gonna do?
Baby, don't worry about that.
Don't pay attention to him. All right, we'll take care of him.
Trying to get away, covering face, leaning to the right as far as possible.
Yeah, we'll get him.
Yeah.
We'll get him when we see him.
Yeah, she says I'm not bothered.
I'm not bothered. It's 100% true. Sorry, I talked over it.
This woman is clearly uncomfortable for the entire 2 hours. Like, how can we make it more obvious? Like, get her off the stream. I know she's there just to make money, but it's not worth it. It's obviously getting to her, and it's not good for her.
Meerkat, baby, don't worry about that. I'll take care of it. okay, honey.
It's such a strange reaction from him as well, to not just lean it, whatever it was, and to say something like that instead of just, I don't know, it's an odd reaction.
That's odd too. That's a good point. Like, why don't you could just, I don't know, not be so weird about it and just delete it. Okay, I got it. Or like pretend to be in control of the situation and internalizing how she's feeling.
I think maybe that's it. Maybe he's just trying to be cool. Maybe he's trying to be kind of aloof about it, not trying to make a big deal by saying, it's fine, we won't let it bother us, kind of thing.
But then during the whole 2 hours, he mentioned a bunch of times that there's a troll saying something stupid and they're just gonna ignore it, even though Kat obviously saw what they're talking about. So he's not really actually trying to prevent her from seeing all the shit that people are saying. Seeing how she has a chat to look at the entire time, which I think from even back in the day, like 2018, 19, when she was on stream, terrible idea to have her have any access to that chat. Get her out of there. That place is toxic.
And Phil knows what's going to happen. Absolutely knows what's going to happen. But you know what's more important? Meaty man events. You know what I'm saying, brother? Come on. And it's so easy. Just play a co-op game. Oh, yeah, I know he can't do that because what? The widescreen or whatever. But play a co-op game so you don't have to re-chat every 2 seconds. Let Kat play a game with you. People will still support. No one wants to hear about her favorite ice cream anyway. And people, a lot more shit got through there, by the way. Oh, big ups, Phil, for asking the question about exorcism. Really cool.
Oh, dude.
Really cool to ask your wife about exorcism when her parents literally tried to give her an exorcism. Very cool question to ask your wife that had that happen. Really cool. That was really smart. Very caring. That showed the caring side.
About them playing co-op games, why I think this hasn't happened yet is because he knows that she is bad at video games and she's going to make him look bad in front of his audience. That's what I think. Because she's not supposed to be good at video games. We've seen her streams. She's not very good, but she's not supposed to be. She's just like casually playing them in the comfort of her own like living room or whatever. But now you put her on a stream and you expect her to be entertaining in that capacity is just not going to work out. And it's going to make him look bad.
Yeah, that's true too. They should just play something stupid that doesn't, like Minecraft, but even that would be a disaster. But at least, I mean, he's not going to play Minecraft, but pick something like that, like Stardew or something, like it's just chill. Like it's not skill at all.
Yeah, no skill, no pressure. Just, they're the great games that you loosen up. Even him himself, like he loosens up and actually speaks his mind a little bit more when he plays games like that. Remember when he would do it with, like PUBG, because he'd just be sitting around, not doing anything.
Bass fishing.
So maybe that's exactly. So maybe it could have the opposite effect because there could just be a bit more stream of consciousness, and she ends up saying something he doesn't want it to. Yeah.
She had some dented game takes as well, but I'm not going to get into all of them. Saints Row was too silly, but we love Goat Simulator. What was it?
Yeah, I'm gonna get that, by the way. I've never played it, but I was showing it to my son earlier.
Oh yeah, it's good. It'll be good for he'll like it. Yeah, it's just stupid stuff. But
on this the leaning subject before we leave it. My favorite tweet about it was Poem's Future, where he said, "The Queen of Hate demands an execution." I thought that was great.
Wait, babe.
Just the one we briefly mentioned, she had a couple of interesting things that I wanted to ask you guys and chat about, which was The Last of Us 2 and Old God of War games were brought up separately, and she referred to them both as being immature, and I just wouldn't what's that about?
So I asked Ludwig about that because I didn't know either. Apparently, there's lesbian scenes, sexual scenes. Chat, please let me know if I'm wrong on that. But I believe it's just lesbian scenes, and those are
worried about that.
Immature, right? So sex scenes are immature. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For God of War, she specifically named the sex scenes as being immature, and the old games are bad apparently, even though she hasn't played them. But that's DSP's opinion, so it's by extension her own opinion.
Man, that's pathetic. I was worried it was going to be something like that. Yeah, they showed boobs or something. So yeah,
just don't need the immature stuff. She did. We did get a Thieves Guild mention. I was happy about that. She did say, "I do like the Thieves Guild." I was hype. I was hype about that.
Yeah, I know that's a meme that you like a lot with the Thieves Guild, and that was it was definitely a highlight. That we also had a Jasper talk to you guys. It was very briefly in the background, but he spoke again.
Yeah. And Kat didn't care at all. She did not have any reaction. Phil's like, you hear that? And usually his meow. Phil explained how Jasper's meows normally sound. Did you get that, Sam? It's
Well,
okay.
Another one I wish.
Oh, you don't have that? Okay.
No.
It's meow meow meow. That's what his meows normally sound like. So that was pretty cool. It really sounds like it. So meow 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 is what Jasper's sounds like. So very cool.
Yeah, of course he has to spend 30 seconds trying to make him do it again, and we know he's not going to. Yeah. It's just, his relationship with that cat is so bizarre, man.
I think Kat realizes how exceptional and how special DSP streams are, and she realizes it for the clown show that it actually is. But damn, does it pay the bills? So we can't complain about it. Because only iced coffee pays the bills. Derek, by extension, kind of pays the bills. So we got to put up with it. But DSP doesn't know. He's still in denial. He still thinks that mature adults are watching him blow bubbles and put on vests and hats.
I want to know, okay, Mike Klum, if you're making this documentary, ask Phil's mom what he thinks about this. Ask any normal human being what they think about this. It's like just an oddity of two people that have never met, well, seemingly never met, trying to answer questions that they both don't want to answer. It's just amazing.
I would say Wings and Kelly definitely have a better dynamic. I think Kelly is pretty entertaining sometimes. When they hang out on stream, they can have a conversation. They can talk about stuff. And it seems natural and not just like a hostage situation.
They, if nothing else, they act like they interact with each other on a normal basis. and know what they like, know what they can make fun of. It's cool. That's how it's supposed to be. It's not even cool. It's normal. It's fucking normal. Anyways, Big Ups Kevin says she won't even answer his questions. So why bother? Yeah, she won't answer his own questions. So why are we doing this Q&A now? Well, I personally think that's the last Q&A we're going to see. I think
hopefully you've got to expect it is, because really we're getting repeats now, and even if they're not repeats, like she's not even listening sometimes, so she thinks it's a repeat question. Because there was that one where she was asked what her favorite game of last year was last week, to which she answered Alan Wake 2, and DSP says Kat agrees with me, which we didn't mention. And then this week she was asked what her favorite game of all time was, and she went, I was asked that last week, and it's like,
yeah.
No, you weren't.
Oh, by the way, big ups to Ice Cold G says there was a question about Kat's favorite coffee creamer, and Kat's favorite was peppermint, and he said no creamer. I don't want to be fat. And yes, this also led to the question of someone asked this, and Phil asked this question to Kat. Many questions he didn't ask Kat because he said I don't want to. I'm done answer that, Henny. Come on. He asked this one. Did you start eating healthier when you moved in with DSP? And Phil asked that question to Catherine Burnell.
This is the lolcow factor. This is the lolcow factor kicking in. Not having the self-awareness, because he only thinks about himself. He only thinks about how healthy he is living. And he can't see the woman next to him that is supposedly his soulmate, and how she definitely doesn't look like she's living healthy.
No.
It's just like a general observation, a pretty common sense observation you can have.
And if you pretending someone that is clearly big is not big is also very demeaning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying you have to say, oh, well, you're fat. Oh, that's obviously ridiculous. You don't call someone's fat that's fat. But you also don't do the pretend they're not fat and say, do you think you started eating healthier after you moved in with DSP? And Phil asked that? That's a 100%, 1000% troll question. And Phil just asked it. What?
Yep. I honestly, I just don't think he notices. I don't think he's consciously aware of it. That because I mean, they've been together a decent amount of time now. He probably he's not kind of thinking about that. He's not thinking I've got this wife here that's put on a lot of weight. I don't think he's, it's not there in his brain. So
Oh, also we got the another LARPer question. I can tell when the LARPer questions, you know, because obviously we all can tell. Superhero movies got asked as well. Thanks, Philip Burnell, for asking about superhero movies.
course,
and got her
yeah.
talking about Marvel too, and she had a physical response to this question, like, you know, yeah, and then Marvel movies, and she of course said whatever. There's too many, even if they're good. There's too many of them. The take was, you know, typical take there, but it was just another question you clearly could have skipped if you cared about, you know, your wife. You could just skip that question. But nope, we got to ask it. What do you think about Cat? You don't have to answer this if you don't want to. Hey, yeah, thanks, Hate Army. She said not anymore was her answer. So big ups for that.
But a lot of stuff not anymore, apparently. She doesn't like anime anymore. She doesn't like K-pop anymore. And she used to be a big fan of BTS, you know, the K-pop group.
Yeah.
Even though she couldn't name a single member of it, and I can, even though I never listened to those guys, but it doesn't matter. She's a big fan.
She loves Lord of the Rings. Couldn't tell you her favorite member.
Oh, yeah, that was. Oh, yes. I didn't clip it, but I noted down what she said. Yeah.
She eventually said Gandalf. Eventually, after like 40 seconds.
Which I called, by the way. I did call that. I said she would say Gandalf. Yes, because there's reasons where I would think she might like that kind of figure.
The best part was, well, obviously she was asked the question, and she was, again, it was one of them where she couldn't answer it for ages and just went like, I like all of them. I like so many of them. And then Phil does his, you know, pressing for more information thing. And eventually she got to Legolas. But the reasoning was so great. It was because that's the build I would play in a game, in like a fantasy game, was Legolas. Nothing to do with the actual character.
Nope.
It's just...
And that's
like
a shout out to the
Thieves Guild.
Yeah. That's a shout out to Thieves Guild again, by the way. That's the stealth archer.
I think that's a pretty it's a pretty okay answer. I mean, I like playing with archers in video games too, and I like Legolas because he's an archer and you can play as him in video games and kind of feel like you're him. So I get it. You know, it was an answer at least. It wasn't a yes or no question.
Well, that only happened after 2 or 3 presses from Philip, for sure. She was not ready for that question. She's like, well, oh man. She Gandalf, and then she got the Legolas or whatever. But
I think she only came to an actual name because DSP literally went through all the main players in the film. He was like, you could say Frodo, you could say Sam, you could say, you know, like say any
like
of them.
Kindergarten. What's your favorite color? You could say green. You could say blue. You could say pink.
Yeah. She was. I think she was. It kind of seemed like she didn't know any of them.
Yeah.
After saying she loves Lord of the Rings, it was because Invisible Mute said he said Sam, and she went, "Oh yeah, Sam. I like Sam." You know.
I wanted that soundbite. Someone say ALT for some reason. Big ups to Fantastic Mr. Phil, who says, no message, you're just old. Thank you, Fantastic Mr. Phil. 0 out of 10.
Well, that is a message.
Not even a joke. Yes. I'm ignoring that message, by the way. Big ups Dark Fortune said, the whole loving cat isn't a meme, it's a lifestyle. Exactly. You're a WPIG listener, I can tell. Big ups to Free Ice Cream says, we're not the kind of couple who talk to each other. Yeah, that's what he basically said. We're not the kind of couple that just talk. Another great fucking we're never gonna get any messages, by the way. Like, this show is coming at a bad time for us.
What are we gonna do on Sunday?
We'll do messages and hopefully something happens. But my favorite thing is, what's your favorite memory of something? I don't even remember what the fucking question was. He said, I don't have any absolute memories. Okay. You tell me what that means. I mean,
wait, was this in regards to like Jasper? Do you have any like fun memories with Jasper?
Cool memories of Jasper.
I was like,
he does amazing stuff like constantly that I don't have any absolute memories of him. From these one-off moments. He's just constant. And like literally all he's doing when he's on stream is just sitting on the floor. You know, it sounds like a riot.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
A purebred mojito kitty. That's what it is. Very sociable.
Big up Super Scuffer says, she said authentic Italian and big portions. Is she watching Phil or detractors?
She's got the DSP-isms down pat, isn't she? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like unique. There was
Style.
Meaningful.
Style.
Meaningful. Yes, meaningful was in there, wasn't it? Yes, of course.
Completely
Damn.
gone. Completely gone. All right, let's get to one message at least. One
Okay.
message. Another one.
Why not?
Let's speed run through all the messages, but give like a cat answer. Just say yes or no.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Okay, I'm down. I'm down.
Okay, I haven't played.
No,
this
we can
one
just
yet.
do like normal answers, but more sped up, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
speed run.
So we can get through them.
Okay, here is Forever 901 TN. It's doing that
Oh,
thing
turn
again.
on your mic, Forever 911. Turn on your mic. There you go.
What it does, cuz. It's your boy Forever. First time caller, long time listener. You know, I stumbled on Phil a while ago, and that cat, he a mess, man. But I just wanted to say I appreciate y'all staying on his neck and holding him accountable. And I do want to say this to my normal style people that's listening. Y'all got jobs, families, friends. Y'all touch grass, so to say. Y'all contribute to society. Take pride in that. Appreciate it. Because in Phil's case, he pushed all that away to the point where he created a bubble around himself. And in that bubble, he became delusional to the point where those delusions became reality. And I firmly believe that this year, that bubble gonna get popped that's around Phil. And those delusions that he's so lost in is gonna get met with reality. Mark my words. All right, first show. Holler at y'all later.
Wow, I'm liking this. New callers all over the place today. That's a very good
this
call
message
as well.
was real as hell, man.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if the bubble is gonna break or it's gonna become even thicker, because the only way I can see this situation for him is getting deeper into the delusion by just deflecting, ignoring reality, and just creating even more of his own reality. So I don't know if this is gonna happen, but the first part of the message, man, like really good as fuck. People that have jobs, have families, you appreciate that shit more by watching this motherfucker and all the shit
Yeah.
that he's fucked up for himself.
You're not in the shackles of an extreme addiction problem, to the likes of which you throw away everything your wife wants and wants to experience on behalf of Hogan's. And tomorrow on the stream about Supercard, you're going to see stuff you never saw before that even shows how deep it goes and how long it's been going. But it's going to be hype.
Chicken tikka
All right.
masala.
Okay. Oh god. All right, it's 5:18. I got a hard divorce line too. We got 12 minutes left. Let's see. What can we do? What can we do?
Right.
Hit us
Okay.
with one or two more. Come on.
Yeah, so this one is from a pimp named Sway.
Oh, big up, Sway.
Pimp of the motherfucking year. The baddest of the pimpest of bad, Sway. Well, I'm definitely pimp as a complimentary one, honestly. I make my living on that. This is my main income. You understand? This is what I make my living on, and that can hurt me concretely. All right. So, did you like it? Would you like to see it again? How often? Any suggestions for improvement? And we're open to that. Open to constructive criticism, and or you know, I think most people were just so happy to see Kat feeling a lot more comfortable this time around, and active and willing to participate in my stuff, because that was the intention when she moved here 5 years ago, was that we wanted her. It didn't work out. But now I think this year things are going to be for the better. Like I told you guys, I had a lot of interesting new things and plans for this year. I just didn't tell you what they all were. Skeete, bang, bang, my brother. You're going to fucking work because I tell you to. Fucking piece of dog shit. There, see, I beat the shit out of it. Now it's going to do what I tell it. That's what you do. When your fucking stuff acts up, you fucking slap it around and you show who's fucking boss. You just start Tim slapping it left and right until it works. That's what you're supposed to do with your equipment. A $10 tip. Excuse me. Sup pimp. Well, I'm definitely not a pimp, nor do I aspire to be. I don't even find the term pimp as a complimentary one, honestly.
Oh.
But I thank you.
That was awesome. Skeete. You hit your equipment till it starts working. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that was awesome, dude. You hit your equipment. Skeete, legend.
Man, that was
Now, let
great.
me get a few more contributions out of the way here. Let's get all these contributions going here. Super Scuffer in the house says she is signaling detractors, maybe by saying authentic Italian. Well, I'm ready to receive the signals. Give me I don't know what kind of signal we could get on the stream here. Get wink 3 times in succession, and that will be the signal. Okay, Kat, if you're listening out there, 3 winks in concession on the eye he can't see, then we'll know you're signaling us. So we're ready for it.
You know what? We can save her like the little balloon that you get in Metal Gear Solid 5, you know, where you strap the balloon to it and it just shoots it up in the sky. That's how we're going to save Kat. But
Yeah.
we're going to need a really big balloon. It's called the Fulton recovery device.
It is, yeah.
Gonna have to use that.
We get Sikorsky on this case. Don't worry. Jasper the cat in the house. It's meow, 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 dude. Okay, sorry about that, Jasper. It's not meow, meow, meow. I'm pretty sorry about that. I will get it better next time. Putty in the house says, with seeing cat recoil at Phil's touch, separate beds confirmed. That's in my head. That's already confirmed. But with that touch recoil, it's even worse. But to be fair, there is not every case is different. Blah blah blah. There are some autistic people that definitely don't like physical touching in any kind. That could be her case. Who knows? I'm not a doctor in any kind, but that's definitely something. The Straight Edge show in the house says, Kat said she didn't like anime, but I remember she did like Attack on Titan. Yes, you're right on both counts. Both counts.
Like Sam said earlier, she had a Call of Duty hat in a like anime T-shirt. Like she used to like all these things, and then it got hammered out of her. It got chiseled out of her.
Mm-hmm. Call of Duty was overrated garbage, I think she said yesterday. After, I don't know, whatever. Brian S. in the house says, do you think Kat gets the same pep talks as the chat? Like, Kat, you need to be on stream or we'll possibly lose the house. Oh, no question. It's not that direct, but absolutely. She gets pigmatized all the time. She has the buzzwords down, guys. She has the buzzwords down. So you shouldn't get that herself.
Yeah.
You know?
I think she might get something like, you know, oh my God, man, I had a really slow stream last night. Kat, do you want to be on stream tomorrow? You want to be on stream, right? You want to, like, people are going to be really hype if you're on stream, right? You want to be on stream, right? So he's just basically telling her what to feel without actually telling her, but it's pretty clear that this is what she should do.
Yeah.
Which is, that's what I suspect. It's by speculation.
Yeah, laying the groundwork, like really not subtly and like reinforcing it over the week, like, you know.
It kind of gets to the point where if you don't just go through the hard part of saying hard, I'm not doing that, you kind of are like an asshole if you don't agree, you know? Yeah, it'd be really great if we could do that, Kat. Yeah, it's really a lot of fun for you, right? Yeah, it'll be great. We can get a lot more, we get a lot more. The contributions were great last night, right? It was really fun for you too, right? And then you have to, it takes some gumption to say, no, I don't agree with that, right? And that's something that maybe she can't ever do. You know what I'm saying? But last one real quick. Danny DADK said, Phil molded his perfect woman to think like him. And can't argue. All right, Sam. One more. Let's go.
Okay. Here is Jerky.
Hey, guys. Phil is notorious for being incredibly boring, to the point where most people don't even tune into his gameplay, and those who do describe it as panning for gold dust. I, for one, am a big fan of those Disney Dreamlight Valley streams, and especially the Bassmaster streams, where I feel like Phil can just completely ignore the gameplay, and it's basically a 2-hour-long Q&A session, like these new family segments. So my question to you guys would be, what is your favorite form of gold dust? Like, what is something that is not a big happening? It's not like the interview or some big reveal or some shocking twist in the narrative, but rather something that he does like on the daily, or is a very common occurrence that is still one of your favorite of those. Mine would be when he gets very angry at the game, but specifically where he gets so angry that it sounds like he's crying, like his voice begins to whimper a little bit. It's hard to describe, but that is by far my favorite. Big ups. Great show, guys.
That's a good question of the week, because a lot of good answers are coming in. Friday Night Fights, troubleshooting tech is good. Getting angry at chat is good. Asking chat for help is good. Delusional rants.
For me, it has to be a lot of those Call of Duty streams where he was just sitting in a bathroom and venting about how his life is going. You know, you can put those on the pile with the Disney Dreamlight Valley and the Bassmaster Fishing, where it's all just a therapy stream and the game is just background noise, like Durkee said in the message. So that's my favorite kind. But of course, just watching the clips from them, not actually watching the whole stream, because the gameplay is just it's worthless. There's nothing there.
No. What about you, Sam?
Well, it's hard to think of something he does on a daily. I think actually, if it's a daily thing we're looking out for, then it's just the weird little things like the little ticks and strange little facial things he does. You know, the lip thing, TM, and that weird thing he does. You know, where his ears have started moving now randomly or something and things like that. Yeah. Just to look at, because there's nothing else to look out for now, because it's, especially with the pre-stream, it's just the same shit. So it's those little things that I like. But like of a classic thing that isn't like a regular occurrence, it's got to be like the Bassmaster streams where he would you know, where he's like, oh, I might as well just put these away now, and he put the lures away.
Oh yeah.
Might as well put these away, guys.
So good.
Another underrated one is the ear pick plus wiping it on the pajama combo. That shit happens almost every day, and it's so obvious that he's doing it.
My favorite is next level. Pick whatever orifice it is: snort sack, ear, eye, many options. Then he'll look at the harvest. Right, so do it and then look, and then it's like a game. You want to see where it goes. You know, you're like, all right, where's this ending up? And then it goes down, and you see the arm like this, like my right arm goes like this, and you know it's just wiping. Yep. But I've become a big fan of Corner Demon though recently. A recent thing for me is Corner Demon is on fire, man. Especially on these, like last night's stream, it's intense. It's crazy. He always bugs his eyes out with the most normal shit. So like, all right, these people asking, what's your favorite Pokemon? Oh, well, okay. Favorite Pokemon. He's just right to the corners. All four.
I can't remember where I saw it, but there was a little bit of a debate as to where that started, Corner Demon. There were some people saying it was Meerkat and some people saying it was Anli.
Definitely wasn't me. I think I got it from Poems on Twitter. I think he mentioned it first.
Oh, really? Okay, so he's a legend. Because I mean, I found some in the first ever on WPIG. We saw the first ever stream. Phil showed his face, and they're there already. So it's been his whole career has been cursed by Colonel Demons. But who gave that name? That's a true legend. But if it's Poems Future, big outs, dude. That's
Hate Army says I heard it was Detractor Beam. I could imagine it being like Snood. Or
could
injured,
it be?
Yeah.
And there is a LARPer name that is Demon in the Corner that asked questions last night. So big ups to you, friend.
Very good.
And there was one, okay, we got to go. But there's one person, August, whatever, that tipped like 4 or 5 times. And he just started saying facts about himself. He'd say, like, since I'm here, tomorrow I'm going cross country with my wife. It's like, okay. Very normal human being. Extremely. Anyways. We've had a lot of fun. Real quick business style announcements. Meerkat, you streaming? We and you are actually together tomorrow, so that should be high.
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow, let me get the business style announcements out of the way. Then remember, King of the Ring deadline is February 29th. February 29th, deadline to King of the Ring. The actual event is going to be March 7th. But tomorrow, my friends, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've never been more excited for a WPIG stream. This is the Supercard Extravaganza. I hope you got your Hogans ready. Hope you got your Stings ready. I hope you're ready to come down from the rafters, because we're all coming down from the rafters. Meerkat's joining 10 a.m. Eastern Standard tomorrow. Hold on your butts, my friends. We got DMs. I got forum posts. I got Twitter posts. I got it all. All right? So it's going to be fun tomorrow. I definitely will be clumming, and I think everyone else will as well. Meerkat, business style announcements for yourself. Go ahead.
I don't have any. I don't know. I'll join you tomorrow after work, and then after that, I don't know. I'll be chilling, hanging out, and stuff like that.
Real quick, Daniel Santos says pig roach in Spanish is por cucaracha. Por cucaracha.
Has a nice ring to it.
Por cucaracha. Por cucaracha. I really want those fucking tips. All right, Sam, send us home, please.
Okay. See you next time, everyone. Goodbye.
Peanut butter and bacon cheeseburger.
Lies with your raccoon eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Take you power walking on the beach, feasting on some sushi like you were the queen. Let me run some errands while you sleep. I can watch you play Skyrim all day this week. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
In reality, like I tell you guys, every day when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me and a family, and Jasper, and you know the things we get to do together. You know, I definitely want more time with them and more family time. But I absolutely love my life today compared to how it used to be. Seriously, all those years back then, you'd be like, it's a whirlwind of crap. It was me. And by the way, I've told you guys about my past. I used to drink way too much. I would be drinking constantly, all the time, because I was so stressed out. Honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago, a decade ago. I didn't like my life or anything. And basically, liquor was the way to kind of get through that. It was, I hate my life. I hate who I am. So let me just drink it all away and just keep pumping out fucking YouTube videos. I don't have to do that shit anymore. Like, I'm happy with who I am. The Burger King chicken sandwich story. Burger King